Description says sniper tutorial. Town, it's so funny that you said that because I was just thinking about doing that. I figure why not make a sniper tutorial since people always ask. So, like I said, I'm used to doing this with nobody here, but everybody say hi to YouTube in the chat. Everybody say hi to YouTube because this is going to make it to the YouTube channel. This is about to be the new thing. Alrighty, let's get it. We'll just see how it goes. Y'all get to see firsthand how I do things and how I, basically just how I look doing it. So what is up, good people? It's your boy XxJayySuaveexX here, and we are live on Twitch making a YouTube video. And in this video, we are going to be talking about how to get better at sniping. So pretty much a lot of people always ask me, how did you get so good at sniping? What makes you always want to snipe? So let's just talk about a couple of things. And the first thing, as you guys can see, I am here in the shooting range. The shooting range, I think, is very, very important. And it's actually helped me get better at sniping, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't like the shooting range for whatever reason. They say there's no point because the bots aren't behaving like actual people. But I don't need them to actually behave like people, in matches. What I need to do is just get comfortable, using whichever sniper it is that I like, Even though Saint isn't zigzagging around and whatnot, it's still nice to be able to target, shots or target opponents that are still moving. So I recommend going to the shooting range, you know what I mean? Because again, it's a nice little warm up. You're not getting in the game and, coming in fresh and whatnot. And again, it gives you an opportunity to test things out without actually going into a match and, potentially messing up your stats or having a bad game and whatnot. So that would be the first thing that I say is go to the shooting range. That's the biggest thing. Fire Lord, you said you haven't been to the shooting range in 2 years. See, 5,000 lashes. You got to get in the shooting range. You got to get in the shooting range. You got to get here. It is very, very important. And then the next thing that you got to do, check it out. You definitely got to make sure that you adjust your settings as well, right? So whether it's your crosshairs, probably the big one is in control. So whether you play on mouse and keyboard or if you're like me and you play on controller, like adjust your sensitivity. Using just the default sensitivity may not work for you. So as you can see, like here's what my sensitivity looks like, whether it's ADS or just hip fire and whatnot. And then you can see my scope sensitivity. So nothing super crazy like people that be playing on PC. Like they be having their stuff probably all the way up here. That's probably how they be like zooming around, hitting those crazy shots. But yeah, go in, adjust your sensitivity, and then guess what? Come right back here to the shooting range and test it out. Why would you go to an actual game and test out your settings if you don't even know what results that you're going to get? You know what I'm saying? So go to the shooting range, test out your settings. And again, for the people that don't think that the shooting range is helpful, look at it this way. You tell me a job, a professional sport, any occupation that there is no training or practice before actually going and do the thing. Any sport, they have practices, they do training. When you get a job, you first do training before you do the job. Why treat this any different? Go get some practice, you know what I'm saying, and then go do the thing. So unless somebody can name something where that doesn't apply, then I would take that off of my recommendation list. But no matter what, I still go here and practice. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I've even seen Zave in the shooting range just chilling. So you don't have to believe just me. You know what I mean? Like there's other people that do it as well. So going to the shooting range, adjusting your settings is the first two things that you need to do. All right. And then the next thing that I would say is when you're playing with the sniper, when you are making purchases, whether it's to upgrade your gun or you're purchasing perks, you need to do things that's going to be beneficial to you sniping. That's going to increase your chances of getting down. So what I mean by that is I first prioritize getting upgrading my sniper. That's the first thing. And the reason why, as you can see, right, like, here's what I get. I get increased magazine, increased scope speed, and reduces the recoil. And this is for the full body specifically. And then increased headshot damage and movement speed while scoped. So now, right, like my movement speed while I'm scoped is a lot better. That's going to be beneficial. Having those extra 2 bullets in the clip, beneficial, means I could take more additional shots. And then the extra headshot damage, right, like we care about that, right? If I can actually hit Saint, there we go, right? Like, we care about that. And then that actually leads into my next thing. My next tip or advice is, do not feel like you always have to get a headshot. Like, a headshot is ideal, right? Because you save more bullets. You don't have to worry about wasting an extra bullet, getting it down. It's instantaneous, and you can move on to the next target. But it's okay to get headshots. Something that you will notice when I'm playing in games is when I'm playing with people, if I don't get the headshot and I injure the person, I still call out like, hey, I got a hit on that Dima, such and such. Like, somebody may be waiting around the corner, or they may be close, and I could let them know like, hey, you can go ahead and push that Dima, or you can go ahead and push that anvil. I got a hit on them, you know, for 80 or for, you know, whatever amount of damage it is. So still getting shots or not getting headshots but just doing damage is still beneficial to your team. All right, Dima, you about to get punched because I missed those shots on you. So don't feel like if you're not getting headshots then you're not a good sniper. You know, I feel like getting headshots is a bonus, you know what I mean? But as long as you're inflicting damage, you're good to go, because maybe you can follow up for the next shot, or your teammates can follow up for the next shot. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing that I'm going to say is be patient. Be patient. Don't think that you're just going to turn around and be good with the sniper. You know what I'm saying? Like, right away. Like, it's going to take time. Like, I was not always on point with the sniper like I am, you know, today. You know, it took time to develop, and it took time to get more comfortable with doing it. So make sure you know, allow yourself to get used to sniping and to get better at it, you know. And matter of fact, going back to the last tip where I was like, you don't have to worry about always getting a headshot, bro, just take the shot. Like, if they look like they're in your scope, like, just do it. Like, don't spend too much time trying to like line up your shot, you know, because you want a headshot that bad. 9 times out of 10 the person is moving around, you know what I mean, in and out of cover. Like, take the shot regardless, because you never know what the result is going to be. You may end up getting a crazy no scope. You think I just no scope people off of skill? I'm sorry, you were sadly mistaken. I mean, yes, do I have a method when I'm lining up the no scopes? Absolutely. But most of the time it's just luck, because if I'm up close on somebody, right, and like, let's say I'm right here, right, and Saint is pushing me, I might as well shoot. You know what I mean? Go ahead and try the no scope. You never know what's gonna happen. He said the same thing 9 times out of 10. Yeah, man. Like, just do it. You never know. You may get the shot. And guess what? If you just injure them, maybe you can switch to your pistol. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Well, that was a headshot. Right? But I hit Ronin. I still have enough time to switch to the pistol and potentially get it down. Right? I hit Dima. Boom. Knock him out. You know, put them hands and feet on them. Boom. Right? Of course, this won't work if they have armor. Okay, but again, you increase your chances of living versus just giving up or trying to do one of these. Right? Like, no. Just take the shot. Right? Boom, and then hurry up and switch. That's what you want to do. Okay, so always take the shot no matter what situation you're in. He said, fact, so many shots trying to line up the perfect shot. Yeah, man. You don't have to always line up the perfect shot, you know. And speaking of lining up your shot, and this will probably be the last tip that I give. So an easy way to, why does punch do more damage than a pistol bullet? Wait, what? Hold on. All right, so punch is 30, right? Wow, the pistol did 20. That's the real question, right, Deadly Town? So if you want help lining up your shots, something that you guys probably don't notice because it goes by so fast. But what I do is I'm trying to actually line my crosshairs up as much as possible, right, with Saint. So you see how the middle of my crosshair is on Saint? Look what happens when I zoom in. It's on him. Dot right in the middle, right? So as I'm moving along, so boom, I'm running boom. Right, I'm just trying to make sure that this is focused somewhere in the vicinity or preferably on my target. So when I'm, getting ready to snipe, right, that's what I'm doing, is I'm using this as my guide. So when I zoom in, I'm looking at that exact spot. So use your crosshair to your advantage before you scope. Guarantee wherever the middle is, that's what you're gonna hit. You see what I'm saying? So don't do one of these like, oh, where is he? Right? Like, there he is. Let me do that. Like, the first thing you should be doing is getting set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, if I can actually hit him. There we go. Right? Use your crosshair. So use that. You never realize that with the crosshairs. Yeah, man. Yep. That's what you want to do, is you want to line them up. Right? Boom. And guess what? When you especially if you're using like the full body, right, and you take that shot and you miss, that's your quick adjustment right there, right? And now you have them. Don't do this, right, because that recoil might throw you off. 9 times out of 10 they're going to move around. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you are using the crosshair to line up your initial shot. All right. And then this one, actually, I have another tip now that I think about it. This one may be specific to me, but it may help you out. If you guys notice whenever I shoot, right, like I make slight adjustments, and those slight adjustments come from the last tip that I gave you, which is using your crosshairs to be able to line up your shots. So let's say, right, I end up right here. Look how much of a correction I need to make to be able to hit Saint. It's not much at all. Right. And 9 times out of 10, I use my body to be able to adjust my shot, not so much the analog stick. At least for like horizontal like adjustments, I'll just slide over and make my, make my correction. But if it's somebody obviously like higher than where I'm at, right, then I have to use my crosshair a little bit. But I'm always moving, to line up my shots, right? I'm using my body movement, so the left analog stick in this case, to make my adjustments. I'm not staying in place and doing it like this. One, this is going to help keep you steady, but also it's going to keep you out of harm's way, right? It could be the difference between somebody missing a couple shots. If you're sniping against somebody else, that can be the difference as well, where you're going up against somebody else with a sniper and their shot ends up being a little bit off. So if you don't do that, I would recommend practicing it. It's very, very helpful, right? And again, I'm lining it up based off of my crosshairs. That way, all I have to do is make slight adjustments, or I don't know how that wasn't a headshot, or I adjust myself to be able to get the headshot. And things is going by so fast, so you probably can't even realize like what exactly I'm doing in the moment. So even for me explaining this, like I kind of have to slow down and think about like, hey, how do I actually play this game? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is going to be my tips and advice for helping you guys snipe. So let me know if you find it helpful, if you guys try these things out, or if you got some additional tips, let me know in the comment section of this video. So with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. Get out there, take some domes. It's your boy Jay Suave, and we out. How was that, y'all? How did I do? Is this something that we should do more often? Also playing 6v6 is very helpful too, because there's a lot more targets. It's not so objective focused, so you have more opportunities to snipe. And once you get more comfortable, then you can move over to playing those objective based matches. I wouldn't recommend, all right, cool, I've been in the shooting range a little bit, I think I got it, and jump into strikeout, because you could actually hurt your team. Versus in 6v6, you know what I'm saying, like you can kind of be carried a little bit if you're not picking it up, or you're not doing that well. Hopefully you can find a match like I'm trying to do. Play Team Snipers. Like, that's what, when Team Snipers first came out, so not this iteration, but when Team Snipers first came out, way back, like a couple years ago, maybe more so like a year and a half ago, that's where I really leveled up my sniping skills. Honestly, I just played that game mode like religiously for a while, and it made me so much better because I was forced to use the sniper. You know, I was forced into situations that I normally wouldn't be in, and it built my confidence. And then, you know, I took it into practice, started going up against people with fully automatic rifles, and this is your boy that you see today. Firelo, you said I'm a fraud fixer because you mastered him with the DMR. It's also a free way to master a sniper you don't have. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They need to make it permanent. I agree. It definitely needs to be permanent. I haven't played it in a while. This is probably why, because it's taken almost 3 minutes to find a match.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, they just spawned me.
Jumped out, going in jump.
Right next to them.
Oh, I'm down.
One shot, one shot. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You going for a ride. You going for a ride right here.